everybody! Sorry for the voice crack, I apologize. Apparently I am going through puberty again here in Northernlion Plays Spelunky, episode 90, I believe. I hope I'm counting that correctly. But in any case, we have some pretty inconsistent runs lately. I wish that I could offer some kind of excuse for that, or some kind of condition, or, you know, like medical condition underlying that would make a valid excuse there. But sadly, you know, inconsistent play is just something that you probably at this point have kind of come to expect from the Northernlion Plays Spelunky series. In any case, we are going to try to rectify that here. We have had some success recently. Why do I have so few characters? We're going to go back to the Turbinator here. We've had success with him. It's like him and Mustache Man that have been really good for us. And, you know, we've been to hell once. I keep seeing people on Twitter. You know, I used to get razzed on Twitter, shall we say, if we're going to use some terms from, like, the 1930s. But I used to get razzed on Twitter from people being like, oh, Northernlion, you're never going to get to hell, burp-a-derp-o, your mom hates you, etc., etc. Now we're getting razzed like, hey, when are you going to beat Yama? I don't even know who Yama is. Do you mean llama, the beautiful pack animal? It's better than alpacas, though, I'll tell you that much. But no, so I'm guessing Yama, again, by guessing I mean I'm pretty, like, 99% confident that Yama is the boss of hell. And we're going to see if we can't, you know, I always thought Satan was the boss of hell, but obviously this draws from a mythology or religion that I'm not 100% familiar with. We are going to, you know, see if we can make some progress. It's been a little while. I am playing, this is the first Spelunky episode in the new Northernlion HQ. So again, anything could happen, as I always say. You know, generally speaking, there is kind of a similarity within runs, homogeneity? I don't know, within runs. Sorry, I didn't mean to call anybody anything there by accident. Monty is in a very convenient location, which is good because I've already lost health. What I'm trying to say here, in a roundabout way, is that runs recorded within the same recording session have a tendency to be similar in terms of their quality. Now, this is something that might seem obvious to you, but what I'm trying to say overall is that, you know, if these runs start out bad, or start out badly, I guess I should say, there's a good chance they're going to end badly or continue to be bad as well. If they start out very well, then it's a possibility that maybe we'll see something amazing happen during this recording session, even if it's not in this video. So in a way, I almost feel like the first run is super important to kind of set the tone for what's going to happen a little bit later. Of course, as always, anything can happen, and we'll see if we can make anything happen. We'll see if we can make everything happen, including a cameo from Shaquille O'Neal. Well, that'd be pretty sweet, but no, sadly I can't afford Shaq's appearance fee, although I'm probably just on the cusp of being able to do it, assuming it costs about as much as a pizza from Panago. Do we know how much? Actually, that was a very mean thing for me to do, belittle Shaq's wealth. I'm sure he's got more money than I've ever, you know, even atmospherically come into contact with. Alright, so I almost took damage there. Let's focus a little bit more on the game itself instead of Shaq's net worth. We're gonna let the spider come out here, I think. I imagine it'll probably dislodge itself from that equilibrium at some point, and that's what frightens me. So hopefully the skeleton doesn't come back to life, in which case I fall down here, and I throw this, and then I very quickly come up and rescue Monty from a fate worse than death. Actually, he's totally safe up there. So we're gonna see what's in this pot, and we will also grab this gold bar. Every gold is sacred at this point, to paraphrase Monty Python. Do we have it? And we have a rat over here. We have a shopkeeper. Despite all my rage, there's still just this rat in this cave. It almost works. Because despite all my rave, despite all my Dave, I'm still just a rat in a cave. Whatever. Nobody ever said I was a lyrical wordsmith. So there is a decent chance here. You know, if I was to pick up that shotgun, I could murder that shopkeeper and make a bunch of good things happen. But the best luck I've ever had in Spelunky, I almost said Isaac there, was by doing things the legitimate way. And, you know, when I stay, you know, pure good, what is it, true good, when I stay true good, or pure good, I have a better tendency to succeed overall, even though it is fun to kill shopkeepers now and then. So we're just going to continue trying to amass as much gold as possible. From a financial standpoint, we're in a not great position, but not necessarily terrible position. If we get to a snake pit or something, we get a Matic, Bob's your uncle, everything works out. Now there is an arrow here, which I am taking to mean that that arrow trap is already fired somehow. The spider must have dropped down kind of organically without us even being there, which is a nice surprise, so I don't have to deal with him. We are back to 5 health. I gotta start sacrificing damsels at altars more often, even if it does take me kind of a substantial concerted effort. People are pointing out, you know what Michael A.L. Fox does? Michael A.L. Fox sacrifices a fuck ton of damsels at altars. So, you know, apparently there's an item that allows you to regenerate a second time. So it may be like an Onk 2.0, if you will. I just lost a little bit of health being a terrible asshole when it comes to that bat. And we have not really picked up any gold to note on this floor, but the what was I gonna say? The Ujedi. Why that's the only time I've ever mispronounced it. I mispronounced it in such a weird way. The Ujedi. Maybe that was the correct pronunciation. Who knows, I guess. But the Ujedi is on this floor, so obviously we're going to be making a trip to pick that up because that is the most valuable resource we could possibly have at this point. That spider's going to be a dick, but we made it across. Oh, we still got hit, but it actually didn't do damage. It just stunned us. I mean, sometimes that is still really damaging. And I'm kind of starting to wish I bought that shotgun, or at least, you know, picked it up and then murdered the shopkeeper with it, because we are not getting anywhere from a fiscal standpoint right now. And I'm just going to take a quick look. Fiscal standpoint, by the way. Great rap name if you're interested. Oh, why would I do that? Fiscal standpoint, great rap name. I already have my rap name. It's obviously MC Northernlion, but, you know, maybe... Oh, Jesus Christ, that was really terrible. I was going to say maybe we'll use this damsel for health now that I've taken some damage. Now that I've taken a lot of damage, it seems much more obvious, doesn't it? That was a good throw, though. Let's focus on the positives where the positives remain. Now, there is an altar down here. Wouldn't it be sweet if there was an altered beast down there? That was a pretty good game. We'll pick up some more of these. There's also... I kind of want to sacrifice her. Like, I know that seems terrible, but we're already kind of up against it here, so I kind of feel like this might be our last chance. I mean, there's always damsels on later floors, but are there all... Oh, there's a terrible rope. Let's see if we can... Oh my god, I used 3 ropes in exactly the same location. How is that possible? I just didn't want to step over the edge. This has been, oh my god, god-awful play so far. You know what? This is probably the worst Spelunky run I've had in a long time. That was a rage quit. You'll very rarely see Northernlion rage quit, but that was a terrible, terrible display of form in Spelunky there. So let's refocus here. It's been a while. You know, I'm in unfamiliar surroundings. We found a Northernlion in the wild. Now, you have to be careful not to put him in unfamiliar surroundings, because his microphone will get a lot of echo. What is this accent that I'm trying to co-opt here? I don't know. We did kill that spider, though. Actually, you know, if the cops came for us, don't tell them nothing, because we had no part to play in that spider's death beyond goading it. We instigated his murder, but we played no active role in it. So, you know, as far as I'm aware, causing somebody to kill themselves is not necessarily an illegal act, unless maybe you induce them to do it via cyberbullying or a hate crime or something. You know, this is probably a good time to note that I am not a lawyer, so if you're trying to take my legal advice on getting someone to kill themselves, then I would encourage you not to do so. By the way, you know, just be a nice dude. Maybe try that on for a change. Don't try to get somebody to kill themselves because they said your hair looked funny in grade 9 geography class. That doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things, man. Instead, why don't you just start a YouTube channel, and then that'll show them when you hit 150,000 subscribers. Then they'll be sorry. Actually, they won't pay attention at all, even if you plaster it all over their Facebook page. Not that this really happened to me. Now, there's where we will drop off the damsels, so let's just throw PewDiePie off the edge here. I promise I didn't mean anything by that. We do have a way down here, and we have a way back up, which is perhaps the more important part of that. Sadly, there's nothing there for us, so we're just going to move onwards here. We're on the first floor, so to have 16,000 gold at this point is actually above average. We're going to have 5 health, which is, I guess, by definition, above average. We're actually going to be able to get close to 20,000 here, assuming I didn't botch this in the worst way possible. We've already been down there, so we know nothing is there, so we're going to be at 18,400. 5 health and starting number of bombs and starting number of ropes. Big thing about this is that essentially I have like 6,000 gold that I can spend without penalty. 12,500 is my benchmark. You know, 10,000 or 12,500 depending on how I'm dividing it. So I can basically afford to do whatever I want here. We actually have, if I remember correctly, we have exactly the same shop that we had before. I think it's in a different kind of organization, but it's exactly the same items in the shop. So we'll pick up our rocks and move onwards over here. Sadly, is it worth using a rope to get 1,500 gold? Probably, but those ropes could really come in handy. As you saw, I just burned them, and not in the cool game sort of way. I burned them in the throw money down the toilet kind of way in the last run. So, you know, they might prove more important than you might expect, given that my Spelunky IQ is apparently like 30 points lower than it used to be. Now, with 10 bombs, I do see a good opportunity. There is a Grandfather Spider down there, and Grandfather Spider means paste, and paste means being realistically able to kill Anubis 1 later. Anubis 1 sounds like if like an alternate history where Egypt maintained its status as one of the great powers of the world. Anubis 1 could be like the name of the first spacecraft that they sent out. That is probably my favorite reference to anything, or my favorite hypothetical reference to anything that I've ever made on the stream. That was a terrible drop there on my behalf. But we... Oh, actually, there is no way. I'm going to sacrifice Monty at the altar here. What I was going to say is there is no way to get back up here without doing this. But is there a way to do it this way? Yes, I'm just reverse engineering a path for myself in case things go terribly wrong down here. We'll jump, and that actually worked out well for us. I was concerned for a while. Picked up the glasses. As much as I like making a They Live reference, you know, as much as anybody else in the world, this sadly is not going to help us out all that much. But you know what? I will use another bomb here because there is a crate. Crate means ropes or bombs. Either one of those appeals to me. Well, it means compass, actually. And, you know, a bomb for a compass is actually a really solid trade. So we got the compass and the glasses. The glasses don't really matter to us until we get the Matic, unless we get, you know, assuming we get the Matic before we get the Ujat Eye, which, you know, is a big if, because that's assuming we get the Matic at all, but still, considering we're only on the second floor here, things have gone pretty well for us. So we definitely want to get the paste. Beyond the paste, which sounds like a sweet HBO 30 for 30 movie or something, but beyond the paste, this is going to contain some gems, which I've already picked up since I have a very fractured style of commentary. That moment has passed us by a long time ago. I'm just looking for something I could throw to trigger this arrow trap. I guess I could try to just fall, but that seems like really stupid to me. And in fact, it was really stupid. I thought, I don't know, I guess I was just testing it. You know, that might seem like it was really stupid damage, but it was actually like an anthropological experiment, or a scientific experiment even, to see if you could fall from like 4 blocks away from the arrow trap and still survive just on your own momentum. Answer, you can't. And now that I know that, you know, we have a little bit of valuable information that may help us out in the future. Of course, you know, may not, may have just been totally wasted health, but I've wasted health on dumber things, shall we say, so I don't feel too bad about that. Let us do that. I can't believe that actually hit the powder keg. I was fully expecting to just find myself completely destroyed there. We will put a bomb down and then get this crate and move along. We've actually created a sweet-ass, like, Mario-style staircase. We picked up a second compass with that, which is the worst thing ever, actually. Well, not the worst thing ever, but we're starting to realize, or I'm starting to realize that I'm wasting bombs. Oh, that was real close. Wasting bombs for very, very dumb reasons now. We had 10 recently. Now we do not have 10. And that is as advanced as my mathematics skills go. Now, I am going to toss a bomb up here. I know this might seem silly again. I just mentioned not wasting bombs. And, you know, getting paste again doesn't really benefit us at all. But at the same time, it is nice to get it. And it does, you know, give us the benefit of getting that extra gold. I am going to take the idol here because I didn't see any shopkeepers down there. Might end up regretting this greatly, especially if it ends up, you know, destroying the chest for us or something like that. But at this point, if I haven't seen the key, I'm just going to guess that it is probably not coming. There is a shopkeeper down here, and somehow I did manage not to hit him, which is kind of remarkable considering the ubiquity with which that rock strikes. Like, it just constantly just keeps, it's consistent, shall we say. There is a, I don't know if this just opened up or if this was automatically open. We've got a sweet path to picking up some more gold here. I am very interested in buying the cape from this shopkeeper. Might seem risky, might be risky, but at the same time, there was no reason for me to come down here at all, but, oh my god, I've created this awful gauntlet of despair for myself here. There we go. Okay, so we'll drop off the idol at the exit. That's an extra 5,000. Can I afford to buy the cape at this point? I think I can. I mean, the spring shoes don't really interest me. The cape is 13,000 gold, which is a lot, but that might save me from taking some damage, which might save my life. I kind of need to go all in for the chance of getting a half-decent run on camera here, because it has been a while. Now, obviously, we're not tempted to spend too much gold at the shopkeeper that offers us help there. I wonder if is there any high-level strategy that involves buying help? Because I don't think I've ever seen it be useful. It always just aggravates me and causes some... You know, the main thing you need for success in Spelunky is kind of like predictability and consistency. You need to be consistent, but at the same time, you also need to deal with predictable elements, which is why these pots are so effing annoying for me a lot of the time. But what I mean by that is, you know, you want to make sure that everything in the system that's within your control stays within your control, so that you can accurately predict how things will function as a result, and then, you know, tailor your strategy as you see fit, or as necessary, I guess I should say. Helpers totally, like, throw a monkey wrench in that, because obviously you can't control what they do. So I don't think this will hurt me, but I'm going to throw a rope up here regardless, because I really need PewDiePie to survive here. Obviously, you know, the elephant in the room is that I need to use some more bombs to get to this Ujat Eye. But either way, I think we might not make it with 50,000. That would mean we need like 20,000 on this floor, which is probably something I should have thought about before I spent the money on the cape. But doesn't it look badass? The red and yellow just kind of synergize really nicely with one another. We could always at least kill the shopkeepers and give it the old college try anyway, but at the very least, we are going to get the Ujat Eye here. It really sucks because I base so much of my strategy on, you know, getting that Matic, but it doesn't show up all that often anymore, so I just need to get better, basically. I can talk about the strategy, you know, until the cows come home, but the real secret is, if you're good at Spelunky, not all of that stuff matters as much as it does to me right now. So we have 3 bombs, 1 rope, and we're at 35,000 gold. So functionally, especially since we have 3 health, we have been a categorical failure in all senses of the word. But hopefully, at the very least, we can use these bombs to find the black market, get inside, kill everybody, and take the Ankh. And if we're gonna commit to this kill everybody strategy, we absolutely need to get the gun on this floor, which means we are going to need, because this is a dead or restless floor, which means we'll need to use a bomb and then find it via the Ujat Eye. It should be okay. I could also, I mean, I guess I could have earned a cape, technically. I could have earned a cape right here. If I'd known this, I wouldn't have spent the money, because I would already be at 50,000 right now. That was really stupid on my part, but now that he can't fly, I can at least get away, even if I can't kill him. Obviously, not really worth the gamble to get the parachute there. Please give me more bombs in here. More ropes. Well, you know, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Just kidding. I'm a beggar, and I desperately wanted to choose almost anything else, but I guess we, you know, can still use the ropes, so I can't really complain too much. Now, that is worth 5,000. If we blow that up, we can take that crown, and the 5,000 gold would be super beneficial at this point. That was a really bad use of a pot there. Not as bad as this platforming is, and I might have to use a rope to get back up. Oh my god. Alright, well, at least we got those extra ropes, so that wasn't the last one. Not good fundamentals lately, I have to admit. Well, there's a shotgun, and you know what? At this point, it almost just seems like a necessary contingency. Like, okay, well, you know what? We will come through here and get the damsel as well. I almost missed out on this, but this is basically free parachute for us, which we already had one of, I think. Not to mention, I already have the cape as well. Now, if we take this skull, like, the ghost appears, but I also forget what happens beyond that. It might be worth some gold for us? I can't remember. So, you know, we've got a lot of weird interactions happening right now. We only have 1 health left. Maybe we should just leave, or maybe we should just die. Actually, we just got killed by Dracul. Could have been worse. We at least made it to the jungle. Let's restart here. Now I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that this run at least takes us into the Hedget area. If it doesn't, I'm not going to, you know, I was going to say admit to anything, but I'm not going to agree to anything. This isn't truth or dare. I'm not going to hold myself hostage, because it's kind of out of my hands. The Northernlion you know and listen to, and you respect to varying degrees, ranging from not at all to maybe a little bit if I'm lucky, doesn't really play these. My hands play these. It's entirely controlled by my cerebellum. It's my involuntary movements, essentially. And then the conscious Northernlion, aka the Northernlion that, you know, is speaking to you right now, the one with a real name that is not just a YouTube alias, is just sitting here commentating on it and be like, whoa, that's really weird, I can't believe that happened. Like, I'm a passive observer as much as you are in these Spelunky videos. Now, that should not make you feel confident. It certainly doesn't make me feel confident about our chances. But at the same time, it's kind of an interesting phenomenon. I'm not trying to get heady by any stretch of the imagination here. But basically, please no spikes. Good, no spikes. Spike Jones or Spike Lee I would have been okay with. They're cool dudes, I imagine. Spike... There's another Spike. Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, not really my style, but I know he's got fans. What if I could destroy this pot like so? Oh, now I really want to get up there. I can't get there myself, and it's probably not worth a rope just to get a single ruby, but I'm so close. It almost feels like if I just jump right from the edge, I'd be able to make it, but I'm giving up on that pipe dream now. This has been a solid first floor. We're going to have basically exactly as much money as I consider to be an average or, you know, positive benchmark for this floor. I can drop off Monty as well, and that'll take us up to 5 health. Only positive things to say so far, but again, that could change pretty damn quickly if things start to go really badly. Let's see what else we've got going on in here. Obviously, I'm kind of waiting for that mythical snake pit. It used to be something, I don't know if this has been patched out or something, like the game was too easy, supposedly, and, you know, snake pits were patched out because the Matic broke things, including itself, but, I feel like they used to be a lot more common in Spelunky, and now the snake pit is much more of a, oh shit, the snake pit, the game, you know, somebody up there likes me. as opposed to, oh shit, the snake pit, let's, you know, do standard protocol here. We are probably getting very close to the exit here, which worries me because we've skipped a lot of this floor, and I don't like to do that. Is there a way to get from here to here? Doesn't appear so. I'm gonna hedge my bets and actually place a bomb here. At the we're gonna have to use a rope to get up for sure, unless there's some very creative destruction, which there wasn't. And it looks like there was a way to get up here, but on the bright side, you know, I can still go down this way. And we'll get some extra ropes. So we did waste a bomb for some ropes when we didn't have to. But, you know, my thinking was that we would have had to use a rope either way. Because, you know, there is that rope up there. Or, sorry, there was that chasm up there. So if I made a mistake, I would have had to go for it regardless. We will buy both bomb bags. There are very few situations when I've been playing Spelunky and I've been like, oh, I wish I didn't buy those bombs. There's been way more situations where I'm like, oh, I really wish I bought those bombs because now I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and playing with my own Johnson because I can't get inside of the black market. See you guys later. Thanks for watching Northernlion play Spelunky. That doesn't leave a bad taste in your mouth, right? Well, I accomplished everything except the most important thing. Hopefully you found the entertainment regardless. Not that this run is necessarily going to fall down that same trap, but still, you got to be a little bit cautious, you know? You got to keep your options open. Kind of wish I had just bought the bomb box earlier. That would have been a better return on investment. And we've kind of hit 2 floors in a row now, which have not been great from a treasure standpoint. And that always worries me. We barely got out of the way there, but I did see the spider coming well in advance. Now, I wonder if, like, the bat has, like, blood that will actually trigger this powder keg. I should actually drop off the damsel before, but I don't want the damsel to walk on the spikes. I think this will get him to the exit, because I just want to, oh my god, and then I just walked into the bat like a goddamn idiot. Alright, but that's still okay. We're going to be at 6 health at the end of this floor, which is absolutely fine. We just need to amass a lot more treasure, because 17,000 on the 3rd floor is not going to cut it. Not to mention, we don't have the Ujat Eye, so things could go terribly wrong for us on that front as well, assuming it never comes to existence. Now just go to the left, and then we're going to deke him out, and then get him in the corridor here. Easy, easy, easy. Now, do we have anything up here? Well, there's a grandfather spider that's real pissed off. Luckily, there is no box next to him. This is an interesting decision here. Is it really worth blowing up that powder keg to get a pot? My instinct said yes, but my brain, now that it had a chance to actually process some conscious thought, is saying no, so we're going to get the fuck out of here. And we're going to pick up some gems instead, which is much, much better. The best thing that pot could have contained is, like, can pots even contain consumables? I don't think they can. So I don't feel too bad about that. To be 26,000 on the 3rd floor is not very good. That doesn't make me feel optimistic about our chances. What does is the amount of health that we have. What doesn't is the fact that we have literally no Ujat Eye here. That was probably the worst use of literally I could possibly imagine. But the Ujat Eye's on this floor, so, you know, all is forgiven, or at least some is forgiven. We'll pick up the key, but we are still going to be ever vigilant looking out for the chest. Now, I can't remember if we got to the ice caves or ice caverns on a recent run. So this would be a moment for me. It would be momentous, if you will, if I could actually manage to get to the Ankh zone this time. I think, oh, that was close. Not the Ankh zone necessarily, but, you know, the Hedged zone. Now, there is an altar down there. I'm definitely, you know, with 6 health, let's not get ahead of ourselves because things could go vastly wrong at any point here. But at 6 health, I'm definitely in the market to possibly sacrifice the damsel. And this stuff has worked out well for me. Let's just continue running away. And this has been a much more measured approach to, I was going to say Isaac again. This has been a much more measured approach to Spelunky. We're going to skip over the shopkeeper. I would love to sacrifice the shopkeeper. And I'm thanking, you know, whatever lord you believe in, Nicolas Cage for me personally, but I don't choose to push my faith on others, that there was an extra floor here because I have not seen the chest yet. And I really hate backtracking when there's like a ghost around as well. So we are going to pick up some extra bombs. That's probably the most valuable thing we could have possibly found in that chest. And we're going to take a look down here because oh, there's the damsel. So we'll use some ropes to get back up and we'll take Monty up here to the altar for essentially a free item. You know, 6 health, 5 health, or 7, 6, 5 doesn't really matter to me from a health standpoint. It's all gravy at this point. We really need items and we really need money. You know, there's a lot of things we really need, but even if we only get a few of those, it's been a positive. Now, I'm very concerned. I was going to say a little worried, but let's be realistic here. I'm very concerned that I do not see the chest, and I do see the exit, which is not the ideal balance that we want to have. Pitcher's mitt is, well, let's put it this way. It could be worse. The fact that we don't have any paste is frightening from a bomb perspective, and pitcher's mitt does not compensate for that. But, oh, fuck. Alright, now we've got some, shall we say, clever archaeology to do on our own behalf here. I'm gonna go back up to the surface, and we're gonna try to find this chest that I have apparently abandoned. And we're on crunch time right now, so let's just examine over here very quickly. I can deke out the ghost, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that I've had to do some clever platforming to get around the ghost. So we'll come up and around and then drop a rope up here. Thankfully, we do have 8 ropes. Feeling very thankful about the crates that we picked up earlier. I might have looked a gift horse in the mouth when it comes to ropes earlier. No longer, because I desperately need what they have offered to me. Okay, there's the ghost. Now this worries me, because it's gotta be on that far left side. There's no way around that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay low, not to be confused with J-Lo. I'm gonna stay super low and then run real fast and jump over the ghost, and that was real close. And it's not over here, so now I'm gonna frantically throw bombs at the exit. And now I am gonna slowly await the approach of this ghost who will end my life. It's been very fun. Thank you guys for joining me on Northernlion Plays Spelunky episode 90. I did my best. We got out of the mines for like a minute and then died. I hope you appreciated the entertainment regardless. I might not have. I had fun, but the game still continues to be butt-fucking me a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I've played badly. I've played unremarkably at the very least. But I'm going to do my damnedest again to say that for the 20th time to redeem myself. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support. And I will see you next time. P.S. I promise I'm not sucking on purpose. Don't make me cry.